Good morning, weary fellow travelers. I hope you're doing well this morning. I wanted to finish part two of the video that I had started regarding um, being found, being chosen, and be engaged, and be the best. What this basically boils down to is how to make your business easily found on local SEO searches, and it's pretty relatively easy to do. um, but it does take time, and it does have some steps and effort that you have to go through in order to make this successful. So I wanted to go over those with you. I've got in the first video I talked about how much Google and search engines and things like that look at various aspects of your website and what they look for and what percentage that makes up, including your social media efforts and all those kinds of things that go into making your business successful and being found. And so I want to go today. I want to wrap this up with the top 10 things that you can do to ensure that your business is found on Google. And so we're going to start with number one, and that is claim your Google business profile. And I talk about this ad nauseum. You want to make sure all that when you claim that profile, you want to make sure that all that information is also correct on it as well. And so your name, address, and I'm referring to some notes here: address, phone, business hours, including holiday hours. Google likes that, and Facebook does too. Your business category, photos, and amenities and services. Like maybe you have free Wi-Fi, or you want to talk a little bit about how your business is laid out and things like that. So those are things that you can do to add to enhance your Google My Business profile after you've claimed it. And in a later video, I will show you actually how to claim your Google profile and how to make changes to your Google My Business profile. Second thing that you need to do is come up with a custom Google My Business short link. What is that? So that is when Google creates your My Business profile, they have a long URL that you basically that you're basically given. And so what you want to do is you want to take the opportunity that Google gives you to make your own custom short link URL. And that helps you to basically, when you create that short URL, that basically helps you in the search engines as well, because Google knows you're engaged in your business. They know that, and it's also easier to give out to customers to look up your information and that kind of thing. So that's another thing that you want to do is claim that use that short URL when you're creating your business link. Number three is, and I've talked about this before, and it's kind of confusing for people what it is. What is schema markup? Schema markup is a language that is a coded language that allows you build it in I'll put the link up in the comments a little bit later, but you go to Google Webmaster's Markup Helper, and that will basically help you create your Google schema. And that is things like your address, that's like the description of your business, hours your business is open, your phone number, your website actually, and any other information that you want to add. And that is put into the header of your website. And like I said, I'll put that in the comments so that you all are able to utilize Google schema markup yourselves. Number four is optimize local inbound links. And that's what this is essentially, is that anything that is, and also give domain authority to those. So basically anything that is relevant to your business, that's super hyper relevant. Like if you're an orthopedic surgeon, you want to have orthopedic surgeon in your local inbound, in your text, in the text of your website, in the header somewhere of your website, in a header. And you want to give that a hyper local aspect to it. So if you're in Raleigh, North Carolina, you want to make sure that you let people know that you're in Raleigh, North Carolina. So you would be orthopedic surgeon in Raleigh, North Carolina, but you want that link. You also want to make that link active, and that's super helpful in creating legitimacy for your business as well. Increase your online reviews. I've talked about this a lot too, and it's one of the things that you can do that's very easy to do, but people don't necessarily know how to do it. You want to create. You want to. It's actually the third most influential factor in local ranking, in local SEO, and so you want to definitely increase your online reviews. Um, uh, Google factors in a couple things with ratings. They factor in quality, velocity, and diversity. And so what they're looking at is they're looking for the quality of the reviews. Is it not just stars that are clicked, but is it also, what people say about your business and what they've written about your business? Review quality, or review velocity, excuse me. Velocity is, how frequent are those reviews coming in? Do you get them once a year, or do you get them once a month or once a week even? Diversity. They like good reviews, and frankly, they like bad reviews too. But the quality of those reviews needs to be important as well. They can't just say 1 star and have no explanation for why they've given that person 1 star. Google doesn't really legitimize that. They legitimize the ones that have star ratings, as well as some typed out or written reason for the review that you're giving that particular business. So for those of you that give reviews and like to review businesses, make sure you're doing that, because you're either helping or hurting the business owner themselves, depending on whether or not you like that business or don't like that business. So the next one is number 6. Have a website for each search location. And what is that essentially? So it means that if I am, say, Roto-Rooter has thousands and thousands of locations across the country, in every city and every state in the United States. So you would do rotorooter.com in, say, Frisco, Texas, or rotorooter.com in Dundalk, Maryland, or rotorooter.com in Fresno, California. So you want to, for all those locations that you want to have those unique URLs and a website that's basically, that's basically similar to landing pages almost. And so those landing pages would be unique and different for each of the locations that you have, depending on where you're located. So number 7 is ensure consistent citations. I talked about this before. The citations are how you are listed on the internet. It's how you're listed in, say, Yahoo Local or Bing, White Pages, MapQuest, Super Pages, Foursquare, City Search, Yellow Pages, and anything that is a directory is how you were listed. And so the way that this works is that there's 4 data services that directories draw their data from. And so it's very similar to a credit reporting agency, where they have 3: Experian, TransUnion, and I forget the third one. But there's basically 4 of these for data. So you want to be able to make sure that your information is consistent across those 4 data centers, and ensuring that those listings are consistent in every single directory that you're in. That's important to Google, and they like that kind of thing, and want to make sure that you're doing that. So add user-generated keywords. What does that mean? So user-generated keywords are in reviews. When you say, I've been looking for I use this as an example. I've been looking for a good hair salon in Palo Alto. Basically, if it's in your review and it's local, you want to add that keyword to your website somewhere. And so that creates consistency, not only in Google, but it creates consistency in your website as well. And so you want to analyze your keywords and make sure that if you have user-generated keywords, and you also get that from your Google Analytics. And if you have a good web person, that person will set you up with a good keyword or search database in your Google Analytics that'll help you pick those keywords as you go. And you can also use some Google tools as well. A good website person can help you with that, or I can put a link in the comments that can help you find keywords in the comments. Make your search engine site. Make your site search engine friendly. Excuse me. You want to have a good title. You want to have mega tags. You want to have, there's things called alt tags. If you build websites in a template, you want to name all the photos in your website. All those images need to have alternate text to ensure that they're friendly, not only for Google search, but for the blind use certain types of web page browsers as well that help them to be able to see those websites, if you will, through a machine that reads that off to them. So that's important. And if you don't have that, the ADA can come after you for not having a website that's compliant with ADA standards now. And so look for that soon in a business near you, your business possibly, if you get a lawsuit from the ADA. I know a bunch of restaurants were dealing with that in a couple of different states. You want to have description of your hours, your store hours, add a video maybe about your business, and then transcribe that video. Have that video transcribed and put that language somewhere in your website as well. That helps Google as well figure out how to use that information and spit that back out at you. Number 10, and the last one, embed rich snippet in your search results. And I'm gonna put up the Google schema markup tool in the comments at the end of this. That'll help you to do this yourself if you want. And I'll also put in an article about how to put rich snippets in your searches. And so rich snippet allows you to add your ratings, allows you to add your website information to your Google search results. Now they only do it through organic, but it increases your click-through rate exponentially because people see legitimacy in what it is you're doing and what it is you're offering. They can see about you from the website. So it creates a little bit more expanded search opportunity for you from an organic perspective. So these are things you can do. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. I will answer those questions for you. I want to thank some people that have given me some pointers and tips last time for the last video. Smile more is what one of those comments was. So I'm doing that for you, Robert. Thank you very much. I want to end by saying that the next video that I'm going to do is going to be about Facebook, and it's going to be about what Facebook is doing in 2021 to basically things that everybody can do, regardless of whether you have a business or not, things that you can do to help optimize the way that you utilize Facebook, in both from a personal as well as a business or professional perspective. So thanks for tuning in, and I appreciate you giving me your time. Those of you that sat through this whole broadcast at the end, like I said, you're going to get the Nobel Peace Prize. And those of you that have popped off and on, please feel free to ask me any questions that you might have. Thanks.